We begin tonight with a resounding call for gun reform across the nation today as thousands rallied in the National Mall in Washington, D.C. All these people gathering to push for stricter gun laws in the wake of recent deadly mass shootings. Marches against gun violence held in hundreds of cities across the country today, including right here in Phoenix. Tonight, Fox 10's Justin Lum heard from those trying to prevent gun violence. He joins us live from the Arizona Capitol. Justin?
Hey, Linda, we saw hundreds of people gather here this evening at the state capitol, including educators, students, and those who have been victims of gun violence. Many of the organizers are young but old enough to remember the Parkland school shooting 4 years ago. And today they call on lawmakers for gun reform once again.
4 years ago, our politicians made us promises they have not kept.
Before hundreds marched at the state capitol, speakers made their frustrations felt about ongoing gun violence in America. Arizona Superintendent of Public Instruction Kathy Hoffman.
As a mom and as an educator, I want our lawmakers to act now.
The rally went on peacefully despite a group of civilians who arrived armed with rifles. The town of Uvalde is still recovering from last month's massacre. 19 children and 2 teachers killed in a school shooting. One of the victims, 10-year-old Maite Rodriguez. She was reportedly unrecognizable after the shooting, and only her green Converses with a hand-drawn heart were left as clear evidence to help identify her.
I could identify my kids in almost any circumstances, but to know I wouldn't be able to identify them in that circumstance, and that was the only thing that was left of her.
Sam Crowell of Chandler came to the rally wearing her Converse shoes in Maite's honor.
I'm Jennifer Longden. 18 years ago, I was nearly killed by random gun violence.
A drive-by shooting left Democratic State Representative Jennifer Longden paralyzed. Now an advocate for victims, she continues to introduce gun control legislation.
One of them is so simple as a violence screening before you purchase a firearm. That's what a universal background check is. Do you have a violent history? Safe storage measures, education around safe storage.
Longden says changes are happening, but not fast enough. Tonight, she has hope watching young organizers lead the march.
I couldn't be more proud of these young people if I had given birth to every one of them.
And as you saw in our report, that group of armed civilians, they did stay for the rally, clearly in opposition of this march, but organizers reminded everyone there to not engage. Live at the state capitol tonight, Justin Lum, Fox 10 News.